Manchester United are reportedly going after another striker, Hugo Ekitiké from Eintracht Frankfurt. He's valued around £85 million. There's other English Premier League clubs sniffing. Is this a real signing or a prospect, or is this a smokescreen for other strikers we're linked to?
Another one, Ekitike after Cunha. Are United going striker mad, or is this making sense? He had a breakout season, 15 goals, 8 assists in the Bundesliga last year. We obviously need a striker, arguably need 2, depending on what happens with Rasmus Højlund this summer. I like the profile. Obviously, I think Bundesliga is at a higher level than the Portuguese league, where Gyökeres is playing at the moment, and he's just stacking up goals. Kind of feels like an heir apparent to Marcus Rashford because he can get in behind. He's got some of the pace and some of the height as well. And the thing I don't like is the price. 100 million seems absurd. If you're going for that kind of money, you should be getting a Benjamin Sesko, someone that probably has a higher ceiling than Ekitike, who seems like he still needs to round out a bit. But I like the player, but ¿cuánto cuesta, sir? How much is it going to cost us?
Yeah, and this is coming out of Sky Sports in Germany from Florian Plattenberg. Manchester United have officially entered the race for Hugo Ekitike. Manchester United made contact with Eintracht Frankfurt within the last 48 hours. They've expressed interest, and they've gathered all relevant information. Apparently, Liverpool and Chelsea are in the race. And the price tag, 100 million euros, is probably coming from Eintracht Frankfurt. They're being coy. 15 goals and 8 assists for the rising French forward. That's probably overvalue him. This feels like a Højlund type valuation. He's a young player, ton of potential. We've watched some clips on him. He's much more physical than Marcus, playing centrally. Great pass. He has a good finish, but still a diamond in the rough. Sometimes his touch lets him down, but he loves the link-up play. He's involved. He's lethal on the break. I don't know if that pace is quite enough for the Premier League, but he is young, only 22 years old. I like the profile, but it has to be a deal. Manchester United need to get deals at striker. We can't overpay for young, promising talent over and over and have that not come due at Old Trafford.
And, if we do keep Højlund, you want someone to take off the burden. If you're bringing in another youngster from a different league, there's going to be a step up involved in that as well. The 2 Victors that we are looking at, they're later in their career. Obviously, they're not joining from the EPL, but they're used to scoring consistently at a top level and in the Champions League as well. So those signings at that price might be make more sense for United going into next season, thinking about who else can be playing around him. But if you're spending that kind of money, I think the new move is EPL proven. Spending 62.5 on Cunha and Buemo, that deal is not over the line yet, but it's going to probably be in a similar type category. You're spending a lot of money, but those are players who, scored a lot of goals in the EPL. So this type of deal, like you said, a Højlund deal, it worries me, because anytime you pay for a prospect and you're getting up into the high double digits, worrisome, sir. Worrisome for me.
Especially when Gyökeres is, obviously having a fallout with Sporting over, you should have let me go for this amount, handshake deal. Get it in writing, kids. That's the way to go. You don't usually want to pay more. Right. And the fact that, Ekitike, I think, would be attractive at the right price. But, obviously Frankfurt wants a premium valuation, and United should not be stretching like we've stretched in the past here, sir. Let's jump into the football reference stats for Hugo Ekitike. We can kind of break down some of his scouting report metrics. Non-penalty goals, not insane. 74th percentile, definitely blows Højlund out of the water, but his non-penalty XG, 90th percentile, is creating a ton. So he's probably not even capitalizing on all the chances he has. 93rd percentile for shots. This is in the top 5 leagues in Europe, so very impressive. Shot creating actions, 94th percentile. Passing, not as stellar, but progressive carries, exactly what United needs. And successful take-ons, 96th percentile. He likes to play centrally. If you dive deeper into some of the metrics, you can see his XG map here. It's all within the 18-yard box, tons in the 6-yard box. He's direct. He's running at players. He's right where we need a number 9 at Manchester United.
And the profile makes sense. It's all going to be about the price at the end of the day, and if we can make that work, and if they can come down, or if this is even our number 1 guy. But profile-wise, it seems to be the type of player that Wilcox and Ruben Amorim are going for. Ball carriers, Cunha is a ball carrier and Buemo is a ball carrier, and new players that can stretch the pitch. And we've often had challenges with that this season, the most last season. So He looks a good player. 100 million's a lot of money, 100 million euros regardless. But hey, something to watch. This is going to be musical chair type season in terms of the strikers, and none of them have fallen yet. Arsenal haven't gotten their guy. I guess Chelsea got the Lop, but that feels like just a cheap, easy one for them. So it's going to be very interesting to see who falls first. Is it going to be one of the victors? Is it going to be Hugo? But either way, United need a striker, so we got to move, and you want to be early in the market, not late.
Yeah, and just looking at some more of his advanced stats, his XG chain, this is his standout metric, 0.86, which means he's involved in 0.86 XG per game. You can imagine him linking up with Cunha and Mbeumo and having this dynamic attack with this youngster. I just like the fact that you have Mbeumo, who's going to be playing on the right, you have Cunha on the left, and those like traditional wingers drifting out wide, coming inside. But the XG map I just showed for Ekitiké, it's so central. And I feel like Højlund's positioning is not very disciplined, and we struggle to really generate the chances within the 18-yard box. And seeing where he excels in his link-up play and kind of where on the pitch most of his attacking output is concentrated is actually right where United needs it. That's like where we are lacking. Also, we play Rashford out of position. Is he the best striker you're going to get? He's drifting out wide to the left. It's been a while since we've had a real central focus presence in the box at Old Trafford.
And this goes more towards the Ineos approach of some of the strikers that we've been linked to this summer, is that he's actually younger side, right? The Gyökeres is 27. Osimhen's about to become 27 at the end of the year, which is fine. I think United needs a kind of a plug-and-play striker at the moment, but they have spoken since they've come in about the fact that they're thinking resale value. They're thinking the fact that things don't go well. They want to get some of their money back. So that is certainly lines up for this transfer, but it's one to watch. Like I said, I like the profile. It's all about the price. Can we get it down? Because 85 million pounds, sir, that's crazy land. I know we've overpaid in the past for quite a few players, but I think we're trying to work our way out of that kind of type of tendency from United.
Yeah. So this leads me to: is this even realistic at this price point? Could this be a smokescreen for Sporting, Gyökeres, and others that we're being linked to right now at number 9? Obviously, Osimhen saying, hey, don't forget about me. I want to play for Manchester United. That's usually because Manchester United doesn't want you. I want to play for Manchester United. They don't want me. So that's just traditionally how that works in the market.
The American Devils does.
So could this be a smokescreen for Sporting Lisbon and Gyökeres? Obviously, Amram wants Gyökeres. I feel like we're going to hear more about that, but the fact that he has this like drama with Sporting Lisbon is going to cloud that. Ekitiké is the profile, but United surely isn't going to be going like top dollar unless this is panic buy, last second type of deal. I could see us getting there, but right now, I'm not. I have to put a low probability on this one coming out of Sky Germany for the rumor.
Yeah, not in June. There's no way we're spending that kind of money this early, and maybe they could do it late, but I don't think they do it for a player that's that unproven. He had like one breakout season. He scored 15 goals in the Bundesliga. He didn't even get to 20. Obviously, really exciting player. I would love to have him at United, but I think the fact that there's kind of some of the plug and play turnkey strikers, even if they're coming from the Portuguese league, Gyökeres is going to score more goals than Rasmus Højlund would be. So something to watch. It's all about striker. We got these new number 10s coming. We got to get Mbeumo over the line. I'm really excited about him as well. But we do need a front man. We do need a target man. And we need someone that can just sit at that back post and bang them in, because they will get chances with our new additions, even with Bruno Fernandes. Like, Højlund should have gotten 10 more goals this season if he could just stay on his feet and sit at that back post poaching.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay, you got 3. You got to pick one. Gyökeres, Ekitiké, Osimhen. Who are you signing? You're the armchair director of football for Manchester United.
This is a little Muppet because it's probably like, the less fiscal sense because he's going to need the high salary. But I would pick Victor Osimhen all day, all week. No question about it, because he would link up so well with the 2 other number 10s that were linked to. We got Cunha over the line, officially announced. But also just like he's such a dynamic striker. He's done in the top leagues, league winner. And I think you would look fantastic in red. What are your thoughts, sir? Who you want?
I'm going to go with Osimhen as well. I think about the starting 11. And when you look at a starting 11,
imagine that.
You look at a starting 11 and teams are scared. And I feel like Ekitiké isn't going to.
No.
There's just so much to prove.
Yeah.
He's a great youngster. I really enjoyed watching his highlights. Very exciting. seeing someone enjoying football and scoring goals after the season we've had. But I just think an Osimhen has that edge playing along Cunha and Buemo, Bruno. I just feel like at a certain point, teams are going to be like, it's going to be a rough day at the office. And that's what Manchester United needs to get back to. But let us know. Do you think Ekitiké is worth it? Should we be going younger? Should we be going older? Who should we sign? Is it Gyökeres, Osimhen, or Ekitiké? Let us know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next Manchester United video.